Hey guys, so I'm finally gonna do my Q&A. So I'm gonna answer the questions that you guys asked me. I think this was like a month, maybe 2 months ago. Oh my god, I can't believe it's been that long. But Yulayla is off with her dad, and I thought this would be the perfect time to make this video without being interrupted or anything like that. No noise or toys in the background making all kinds of noises like always in my videos. But here we go. So there's 23 questions. This is probably going to be a really long video. I might have to cut it into 2. I'm not sure. But 23 questions. Number 1. What is Yulayla's second birthday theme? It is going to be Minnie Mouse. She's obsessed with Mickey and Minnie, so I thought I would do a Minnie Mouse theme this year. Number 2. What do you do as a living? I'm in home health care. Basically, I'm an aide. I'm not certified or anything like that. I'm just a regular aide. I work for a company. I work for people who are disabled, who are older, who just need help living, getting through their day-to-day activities, basically. I'll cook, I'll clean, sometimes I have to give baths and do hair, feed people. It just depends on who I'm working for. I've been with the company since 2009, and I've worked for a few different people, and everybody all has their own specific needs. So it just depends on who it is. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this forever. I would like to get another job, a better paying job. I don't know if I want to stay in this field. I thought about going to get certified. I thought about going back to school for RN. But I don't know if I want to keep doing this, what I'm doing. You know, I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. I definitely want to go back to school. But I need help figuring out what it is I want to do. Number 3, what would be your dream job in the whole world? My dream job, now this is a dream, that's never going to happen, that's why it's a dream, would be to open up my own line of baby products, basically baby gear, like design a swing, a stroller, my own high chair, just clothes, shoes, picture frames, bedding. Think Heidi Klum. You know, Heidi Klum has her own little baby line. Kardashians have their own little line of baby stuff. Just that would be my dream, honestly. But I don't see it ever happening. Getting my own like little store or little shop or something of just stuff that I made that has my name, a logo or something on it would be my dream. But a more realistic dream would just be to be able to work from home, especially now when my daughter's little. When she's older and she's in school and she's a teenager, they don't really like you being around when you're a teenager, when they're teenagers. But when she's young like she is now, and I feel like she needs her mom and I'm not there as much as I need to be, I wish all the time that I could be a stay-at-home mom. But when you're single, you can't be a stay-at-home mom unless you're going to be living off the government and stuff, or unless you have your own little business that you do from home. And so I guess just to work from home would be a dream for me. Number 4. Do you want more kids? If so, how many? I do want more kids. I would love another little girl, but then there are times when I would want a little boy. Like my sister and my niece just had little baby boys, and I'm like, oh, I want a boy. But I would love another little girl, so then Yulayla could have a little sister, and they would be close growing up, hopefully. But I don't know if kids are in my future, because I don't want to bring another kid into this world that's not going to be in a family. You know what I mean? Like, I feel so bad because me and Yulayla's dad are not together, and she doesn't know what it's like, what a family. She doesn't know what it's like for mom and dad to be together. And that's so sad to think that she's never going to experience that. But I want more kids, but I want a life to be more financially secure, because right now, honestly, I just couldn't afford another kid right now. And I want to be in a relationship or married or something. I just want things to be different, and I want to be able to take care of my kid without having to depend on the government to take care of it. So if I ever have another baby, hopefully I have a better job and a husband. but you know, you can't make plans because nothing never happens the way you plan it. So number 5, is having another child with Yuleila's dad an option? I would say no, only because he doesn't show any type of interest in me at all. I honestly think he does not like me. I don't know, I just feel like, how can I put this in words? You know how people say they don't regret having their kids, they just regret who they have them with? That's how I feel like Yuleila's dad feels about me. I feel like he loves Yuleila, but I think he wishes that it was with somebody else. I could be wrong, I don't know. He's not mean to me or anything, but I just get this feeling that I bother him. And I try not to. Like, I try not to text him. I let him call me when he wants to know how she's doing. I just leave it up to him. If he wants the relationship with her, he comes. So I said I wasn't going to be that nagging baby mama, and I think I lived up to that. So but I would have another kid with him if he wanted to. I would love to, you know, be with him if he wanted to, but I don't think it's an option. I don't think it's ever going to happen, so no, but I totally would. Number 6. Does her dad's family know you make YouTube videos? I don't know if they know. They never mentioned it. I don't really talk to them much. Honestly, I don't care if they know because I don't say anything mean, you know, about anybody. So, number 7. You mentioned Yuleila's dad's family doesn't like you. Is there a reason, or are they mean? I don't ever remember saying his family didn't like me. I do talk to his daughter. He has 3 other kids from before me, and they are older. I mean old, like graduated in college type stuff. And I love his one daughter. Her name's Sarah, and I love her. She's just so freaking nice. She's really nice to me. I think I talk to her more than anybody else in his family. We're friends on Facebook. She's always posting pictures of Yuleila. When Yuleila sees a picture of her on Facebook, when I'm like scrolling and stuff and she's sitting next to me, as soon as she sees her face, she goes, "Sissy!" So she knows that's her sister, and I love that. I don't get that from his other 2 kids. But as far as his other family goes, I don't really talk to them. When they see me, they're nice to me. I am friends with his sister and brother on Facebook. And on Yuleila's dad, his name is Mike. I'm friends with Mike's sister and brother on Facebook. And they're nice. They talk to me. Nobody's ever been mean to me. I did have one incident with his mom, who I only met once. And that was when we first found out Yuleila was his, and she was introduced to the whole family. And it was the first time I met his mom. And she rubbed me the wrong way. And I don't want to be mean, but she didn't even come to Yuleila's party. Her dad never even invited her. So I don't think she likes me. And I think it's because I'm black. I don't know if that's what it is, but when I first met her, she wasn't like, "Oh, I have a new grandbaby," or anything like that. The first thing she said to me was, "Why didn't you guys use a condom?" I'm like, "Are you serious? You have a new grandkid, and that's the first thing you want to ask me?" And then she's like, "If my mom was here to see this," and she shakes her head and she walks away from me. And that just made me feel like it was like a race thing, maybe. I'm like, what does she mean if her mom was here? Is it because... And my kid is as white as they are. You've seen my daughter. She's white, basically. But I guess because it's me, I don't know. I don't know if she holds her. I don't know if she likes her. I don't know if she asks about her. That's the first time I ever heard... First time I ever seen, and it was the last time I ever heard of his mom. He doesn't mention her. And I did ask about her coming to her first birthday party last year. I said, "Is your mom coming?" And he said, "I didn't invite her." And I left it at that. I didn't say nothing else. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but everybody else is nice to me. Number 8. Do you ever think Eulayla will want to live with her dad when she's older? Yes, I think about that all the time, and it scares the crap out of me, especially because, in my opinion, she has more of a family over there. She has her brothers and sisters that are over there. When she goes over, she has her dad. Her dad has a great big house. I don't know if he's seeing anybody, but she basically has that family over there that I can't give her here. It's just me and me and me. And I think that she probably has more fun over there with her dad than she does at home, and it scares me. I think that when she gets older, she might want to be over there more. Number 9, what boy names do you like? Okay, so I'm weird. When I picked out Eulayla's name, if she was a boy, I was going to name her Anais. And it was a name that I had picked out for years and years and years and years and years. And she wasn't a boy, so I named her Eulayla. But other names that I like are Alaric, and a new name that I recently heard that I really, really, really like, and if I was pregnant right now with a boy, it would be his name, is Dashel. I love the name Dashel. I just think it's so cute, and his nickname could be Dash. Isn't that cute? Dashel. Number 10. Oh, let me just say, when I think of the name Dashel, I think of a little dapper little fella with a little bow tie, and I don't know, I'm weird. Number 10, funniest moment with your daughter. Funniest moment. When she was little, she was about, I think, 9 months, maybe even younger. We were sitting on the floor, and she had just got out of the bath, and you know how they are when they get out of the bathroom, you try to get them dressed and they be running away and stuff. She was across from me, and she was sitting on the floor. She was naked because she just got out of the bathtub, and I was trying to get her to come over here so I can get her dressed, and of course she's not listening, and she farts, and the whole floor vibrates, and she goes, and she looks behind her, and she doesn't see anybody, and I'm cracking up, and she gets scared, and she starts crying, and she crawls over to me really, really fast. And I'm like, oh, well, she was scared of her own fart. It was so funny. It was funny because she was like, and then she looked behind her because she thought somebody was behind her. It was cute. The whole floor vibrated when she farted. Number 11. How would you feel if Eulayla's dad had a girlfriend or a wife? Would you let Eulayla around her? Okay. How could I answer this? How would you feel if Eulayla's dad had a girlfriend or a wife? When Mike, Eulayla's dad, first started coming to get Eulayla, he used to bring what seemed like a different girl all the time to pick her up. And it bugged me, but I kept my mouth shut. And then one day, as I watched him and this new girl pull off with my daughter to go spend the day together, I think they were going to the zoo or something, I got so jealous that it wasn't me. I was like, why does this girl get this family day with my daughter and this guy that I'm like still in love with? I still want to be with Eulayla's dad. That's a confession, I still do. And I was so jealous because she was doing the family thing, basically, because I wanted it to be me. I wanted us to take our daughter to the zoo for the first time. I wanted us to do things as a family, and I was just so jealous of this girl. And I made a huge fit about it on Facebook, which if you're friends with me on Facebook, you probably saw the post. And it was, I think, the first time I ever did anything like that, because I was so mad and angry and jealous. And then I snapped out of it. And I'll tell you why I snapped out of it. Because my mom, I don't know if she's jealous of my stepmom, but my dad and my mom's been separated for about 20 years. And my dad has been with his new wife for about 20 years. They just recently got married, but they've been together for like 20 years. And my mom's so jealous of her. Like when we get into fights and stuff, my mom will say, oh, why don't you go live with your dad and your stepmom? I know you like her more. Or why don't you go move in with your new family? Or why don't you go ask your other mommy? Like, and she makes me feel like I have to choose. Like my dad's girlfriend is really nice to me. She's never been mean to me. So I like her. I do. I like her. She's my stepmom to me. In my heart, that's my stepmom. But then I have my mom, who is my mom, and you know your mom is your mom no matter what, and you love your mom no matter what. But I feel like I have to pick and choose. I feel like I have my dad's house, my mom's house. I have to pick, you know, I go to my dad's house, and that's my dad's house. I feel like I have two separate lives, basically. And I was thinking about Yulayla and how I don't want her to grow up having to feel like everything is like separate, which is another reason why that really bothers me, that me and her dad, we don't do anything together. Like there's no reason why we can't do stuff on the holidays together and stuff like that. Why does everything have to be separate? We don't have to be dating, we don't have to be married, but I think for her we should, you know, do stuff together as a family for her. But anyway, I don't want her to grow up like that. I don't want her to have to hate her dad's girlfriend or dad's wife or whatever he may have someday because it makes me hurt, or because I'm jealous, or because I'm hurt, or I don't want her to feel that way, because I hate when my mom does it to me, so I can't do it to Yulayla. And as much as I hate seeing Yulayla's dad with other girls, I suck it up and I don't say nothing, because I know how my mom makes me feel and I don't want Yulayla to feel that way. I can say that Yulayla's dad doesn't bring anybody to my house anymore when he picks her up, and he used to, and it used to really bother me. So I don't know if he's dating anybody. I don't know, because he doesn't show me, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine not knowing. But if he did get serious with somebody, then that's fine. If somebody's gonna be around my daughter, that's fine, as long as she's not mean to her. Okay, number 12. If you had $1 million, what would you do with it? If I had $1 million, I would first buy us a home, because as you know, we live with my mom and it's very tight here, and we actually turned the living room into our room, so we don't really have a living space. We're kind of stuck in our bedroom all the time, and it really sucks. But I would definitely go out and get us a house, and I would buy it, and I would own it, and I would get a brand new car, and I would make sure my house that I got wasn't big, extravagant, can't afford it, 10-bedroom type house. I don't need that. Just for me and Yulayla, no. Just because I would have a lot of money does not mean I would have to get a big old house and be creeped out and living there alone. So I would just buy a house that has maybe, 3-4 bedrooms, so that way I have spare room in case I have kids in the future or guests that come over. But I would probably get a 3 or 4 bedroom house in a decent area, and something that, is not too big that I can clean and won't need maids and all that crap. And then the other thing I would do is invest in something that would bring in more money. I wouldn't want to just blow it and spend it. I would want to somehow put it in somewhere where we can make more money, so we're financially secure. And then, I don't know, hopefully make enough money to where Yulayla would be financially secure. Maybe open our own business or something, family business. Number 13, can you show how you organize Yulayla's toys? I really don't have a system. I actually have a lot of organizing ideas from like Pinterest and stuff, but I can't really do much until I move. Basically, I don't really have an organized system right now. Everything just goes in our toy box. Number 14. What's your biggest fear? Losing Yulayla, and I'm not just talking about her dying. I'm talking about losing her in other ways, as far as her running away and me never seeing her again, getting married and never seeing her again. You see a lot of kids grow up and completely forget about their parents, and I hope that she doesn't do that to me. My dad, hopefully I can say this without crying, is sick and is dying. He has cancer, and he has kids that don't even come around to see him or ask how he's doing. Or when he goes to the hospital, it's my brother, doesn't even go visit my dad, doesn't call him, basically he doesn't care. And I know my dad is hurt. I cannot imagine going through that and my kid not being there. I couldn't imagine it. I feel so bad for my dad. I really do. And I think that's terrible. And I'm scared of losing Layla like that. I'm scared of her growing up and us having a terrible relationship. And she just kind of gets older, moves out, and just leaves me. Number 15. How are you or your child's father... Have you or your child's father ever thought about dating each other while you were pregnant or after you had her? I always wanted to be with Layla's dad, which I think I said earlier. But he doesn't feel that way. When I was pregnant, I thought Layla was somebody else's. So, Layla's actual dad, Mike, he knew that I was pregnant. I didn't think that she was his, so he kind of went off on his own, but he knew that I was pregnant, and never looked back, never said, you know, maybe she's going to be mine. Maybe I should stick around just in case she is going to be mine. The baby's going to be mine. But he didn't. He just went about his business and didn't care. I did kind of think in my mind that there was a possibility that she could have been his. But we were careful, so I didn't think that I got pregnant by him. I thought it had to be my ex. The timing, the not using protection, everything pointed to my ex, and I was wrong. So I guess things works out the way they do. Now, had I known that Layla was Mike's and not my ex's, could things have been different? I think about that all the time. I do remember texting him over the phone and asking, did he ever think about giving us an actual try, a real try? Because we weren't dating. We were, I don't even know what you call that. We weren't together. We were sleeping together, but it wasn't just sleeping together because I was spending the night over there. I was over there all the time. And so it wasn't just sex, but we didn't have that, what do you call it? We didn't have that title of boyfriend and girlfriend. But I don't know. I honestly don't know what happened. I tried asking him what happened with us, and I can't get no answer from him, and I wish I knew, because that's one of those things that bothers me. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know if I did something. I don't know. Is it because I got pregnant? I don't know what it was. But I did ask him after we found out about Layla being his if he wanted to try it again, give it a real try, actually be a boyfriend and a girlfriend. But he said he didn't want to be in a relationship. Which I was like, okay. I was like, maybe in the future. But then he picked Layla up, I say about a month later. That was when he started getting her on his own without me being there. And he showed up with a girl. And I was like, you don't want to be in a relationship right now, but you are dating. So basically, I just took it as, I don't want to be in a relationship with you right now. So I let it go. I let it go. I haven't asked him since then, and I'm not going to. If he wants to ever try something, you know, be with me, then he's going to have to make that first move, because I tried and he turned me down. So I'm not doing it again. Number 16. Are you dating anyone? No. No, I'm not dating. Number 17. Are you planning on dating? I do. I want to. I would go on a date right now if somebody asked me. But I don't know. I'm ready. part of me is ready and then a part of me is not. I have been asked out a couple of times, and I tend to make excuses on why I can't go. And I don't know. It's like I want a date, but they're not what I'm looking for. So I kind of make up excuses on why I can't go. But I know that I know that I need to go out and I need to get to know somebody before I make that decision. But I'm just so, like I said, Eulayla's dad just changed the game for me. He changed the game. So the type of guy that I'm looking for now is not the type of guy who is typically attracted to someone that looks like me. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I just know I can't settle for somebody that's not going to be good to me. I can't settle for somebody who doesn't have a job. I can't settle for somebody who has 99 kids and don't take care of none of them just because I'm lonely. I can't. And I liked a guy who looks nice and dresses nice. And Eulayla's dad, you guys, when we went and did the paternity test, he showed up in a suit. And I have a suit fetish. You guys don't know that about me. I have a suit fetish. I love guys in suits. I love guys that look nice. It's like a turn on for me. I love guys who look nice and polished, and those guys aren't attracted to me, and it sucks, but hey, it is what it is. Number 18. What is it like being a single mom? Well, I don't know what it's like to not be a single mom, so I don't know if it's easier or harder to be a single mom, but I do know there are things that I miss out on, like family time, like having a guy around, having help, having somebody who can watch my daughter real quick while I take a shower, that will, just do the little things, like when I'm going up the stairs, help me carry bags and open the door for me, and go to doctor's appointments with me, with Eulayla, and just have someone to talk to. Like, I don't have none of that, and that sucks. When Eulayla does something cute, or, I can call Eulayla's dad and say, oh, look what your daughter did today, but I don't, because like I said, I'm trying not to be that annoying, crazy baby mama and just keep the peace with us so we don't have to do this in court or anything like that, court ordered and child custody and all that crap. So I just try to keep it, good. I try to keep it good. But I wish that I could see those special moments with her dad that somebody in a relationship gets to see. I wish that I can see, how everybody has that really cute picture of their child sleeping on their father's chest, and pictures of their boyfriend with their kids, and I wish that I could see those moments with Eulayla and her dad. I hate that. I hate that I don't get to see that. I miss out on it. I hate that I don't see their relationship. I don't know what Eulayla is like when she's with her dad, because basically our relationship is him coming to pick her up or me dropping her off. I don't know what she's like when she's around him. I don't know if she's loving and kisses him like she does me. I don't know what she's like with her dad. I don't know that part of her life, and it really sucks. And so I guess being a single mom, you miss out on all those special, family moments and dad moments, and it sucks. It sucks sharing your kids on the holidays. When you're a single mom, you have to share your kid, and that really, really sucks. It's really hard. That still gets me. It's really hard to share her on certain holidays when you just want to spend the whole day with your kid, but you can't. What's it like being a single mom? Basically, you feel like there's something missing, because I do. I feel like there's something missing. I missed out on a lot of stuff that someone who's not single gets to experience, especially being pregnant. Being pregnant and being alone was really hard. It was hard. Okay, number 19. How do you go about co-parenting? like doctor visits and phone calls. Do you always agree on parenting, or do you both have different mindsets? Okay, so let me tackle this first one here. How do you go about co-parenting? Me and Eulayla's dad pretty much do our own thing. He will text me and ask me if he can have her that weekend or that day, one day on the weekend. He sees her once a week on the weekend, and he works out of town, so he's never here during the week. And when he does come home on the weekend, he usually has her for a day, which is usually Saturday, because I used to work on Saturdays. But now that I don't work on Saturdays, I would like to keep her, you know, at least every other Saturday or something, so we can do something together, you know, a little mommy time with her. But he pretty much, I don't even know how to put into words. As far as co-parenting goes, I make all the decisions. I do everything. He just calls me on the weekend when he wants to get her for the day, and he comes, gets her. Sometimes he takes her overnight, and they do their little, you know, daddy-daughter bonding time, and she gets to see her brothers and sisters, or her brother and sisters over there, so she gets family time over there. And I don't get in the way. I don't. Whenever he says he wants her, I say okay, you know, take her, because I know he only gets to see her once a week. I get her all the time. As far as doctor visits go, he's only been to one doctor appointment with her, and that was because he just happened to be here in town. His brother was in the hospital, and he flew here to be with them. And the next day, Eulayla had a doctor's appointment, and he ended up coming just because he was here in town. But as far as doctors go, he doesn't come because he can't. And I always let him know what happens at the appointments. And yeah, that's as far as doctor's appointments go. Phone calls, he will text me about every other day, sometimes every day. He never goes more than 2 days without asking me how Eulayla's doing, what we did that day, how she was. He's really good about that. Number 20, any advice on co-parenting? Advice on co-parenting would be to let go of the past. Let go of whatever you guys had, whether you were together for 5 years, 1 year, 10 years. What was over is over. Just let it be over. Don't get jealous or mad when there's other girls around. Now, I can see if it's a different girl every day of the week or something like that, then I would be like, hey, you know, on the days that you have our kid, can you please back it up and just be with our kid and, you know, save the other days for your hoes or whatever. But I think you have to accept the fact that what's over is over. And I think a lot of people, when they have kids, they hold on to that. They think that if they have a kid with somebody, they own that person, and that's not. You don't own that person. You guys just have a child together. What you guys had was done. It was over. That would be my advice to you, is to keep that in your mind and don't use your kid as a way to get back at the other person. Don't say, oh, you can't have her today, or you can't have the kids today because you were with that girl last weekend. You know, don't do that. Don't. Because, like I said, just accept that it's done and it's over, and you guys are just two people with two different lives sharing a child. Now, I know that there are many other issues because my sister is having baby dad issues, and I know there's a lot of different situations, but that's the only advice I could think of giving as far as the other women and as far as co-parenting goes. You have to be able to, see, I'm having a hard time putting this in words, but you have to be able to get along and be together, and sometimes you have to zip it and don't say nothing for the sake of the child, even if something is bothering you. And I know it's so hard, and a lot of women are like, that's my baby daddy, I can do and say whatever I want. But the truth is, when it's over, it's over. So you can't, you just because you have a kid with somebody, you don't own them. And it goes the same for the women too. There's a lot of women who let their baby dad run all over them and have sex with them whenever they want, just because that's their baby dad. But it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. If you guys are going to be intimate together, then you guys should work on being together. Don't just let him come to your house and get with you just because he's your baby dad. Just don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. If you can, try to do things together. You don't have to be having sex to do things together. I wish that I can do that with you, Layla. I am thankful that me and Layla's dad are able to do her birthday party together. I think that's awesome. I think kids should see their parents being friends and doing stuff together as a family. So if you have that option, I hope someday in the future that's something that me and Layla's dad can do. Say if we're going to the zoo, it'd be nice if he would come too. He could bring his other kids. He could bring his girlfriend. I don't care. I just want you, Layla, to see that we all get along and we're all fine and we don't fight and we don't argue. And she doesn't have to choose between her dad and her mom. Okay, number 21. Have you thought about doing a meet-up with your subbies or a video collaboration with another YouTuber? I think that would be fun to do a meetup if it was like with somebody that was in my area. I don't know if I can be traveling and stuff, you guys. I'm sorry. I've never been on a plane and stuff before, and I think that if I was gonna be in another town or something, I could be like, yo, I'm gonna be in Jamestown this week or something, but I don't think I'm big enough to have, I don't know, that's mostly people that's got a lot of subscribers that do that. I'd be open to it. I'd be open to it. I just don't know how to go about doing it. And I would love to do a meetup if somebody was, in my area, or if I was just happened to be in their area that day or week or something, or on vacation, which I never go on vacation. I'm sorry. I can't afford vacations, not real vacations. But who knows, in the future I may end up doing some sort of meetup or something, I'm open to it. Number 22, how long does it take you to get ready? I don't look like this normally. I get up for work at 5:30 in the morning, so my mornings are quick, fast. I throw clothes on and I put my hair up in a bun, which I'm sure you guys seen that hairstyle a lot, because that's just pretty much how I do my hair every day, which I have to get out of that. I have to start working on some different hairstyles. I'm trying to polish up my look and change the way I dress and all that. I need to make a video about that, but I've been trying to make some changes in my life to improve my life myself, and yeah, maybe I'll make a video about that someday. But it does take me, when I'm getting up and going to work, I can get ready in about an hour, and then it takes me like a half hour to get Layla ready. Now, if I'm going putting makeup on and doing hair and all that stuff, I think I need like an hour and a half to 2 hours to really put on the glam. But that don't happen that often, because when you're a mom, it's really hard to find time. I can't say since she's getting older, it's getting easier for me to be able to do my makeup and stuff like that. But when she was younger, forget about it. Forget about it. The kids are so much work when they're little. That first year, they are so much work. I let myself go after I had her, and she's about to be 2 years old, and I'm trying to get it back. I'm trying to get my old self back again, which is probably why I haven't been on a date in a while. Because I think if I look like this every day, I'd probably get dates, but I don't. But I'm working on it. Last question, number 23. What products do you use in your hair when it's curly? Excuse me. And can you do a curly hair regimen? So yes, I will do a curly hair regimen. I'm not sure when, but I'm going to try to do it soon. I don't want you to have to wait 3 months for the next video like you did with this one. I'm so sorry this video took forever to do, and I'm so sorry that it's so long because my mouth just keeps moving and talking about other stuff. But I will do a curly hair regimen, routine, or whatever. Okay, so this is what I use in my hair. I use Garnier Fructis Curl Nourish shampoo and conditioner. And then I use Kinky Curly's leave-in conditioner. I love this stuff. Then I use Kinky Curly Curling Mustard Gel. And then I put in Curl Stretch Loosening Putty. Yes, I will get that routine out to you as soon as I can, that video. But yeah, that's my hair. And I use a blow dryer. Not all the time, but I do use a blow dryer because the feel of wet curls, like wet hair on my back and stuff, drives me nuts. So when I wear my hair down and curly, I do blow dry it a little bit. But yeah, okay, I will stop talking now because if you haven't fallen asleep yet, I'm sure you are ready to stop watching me. Alright, so if you made it through this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm so glad you stayed to the end, and I hope I answered all your questions. I'm sure you guys learned a lot about me and my whole situation with my baby daddy and how I'm still in love with him, but it is what it is. Alright, I will see you guys in my next video, and if you have any questions, you can write them below and I will answer them for you. And thanks for watching. Bye.